So, lots of people have been talking about this, and I need to speak up about this, and I cannot believe people are hating on Ge0zard, giving him a bunch of hate, saying that he's the worst guy of all of them, and and I didn't figure out what was going on yesterday, because I was too busy sleeping, because I had a really bad schedule ahead of me. So, about the whole Ge0zard situation, so, Ge0zard was desperate to love Rubber Duckula, and so Sproxy decided to leak the DMs and the Skype messages and gave it to Rubber Duckula because she knew it would give out all the evidence between them. Now I know it doesn't sound like what I'm talking about because I stir a lot because I can't edit this out any more longer. I figured I should upload this video much more faster before anyone else does, and I gotta speak this up immediately. So, Rubber Duckula started up a live stream, and then the thing that infuriated me about this was, sorry, kind of choked. All right, okay. So like, how this started was because Rubber Duckula fired up a live stream, and then she leaked everything else, and she went completely a little harsh on it, Ge0zard, just because he slipped up one mistake. And I knew I should have been there to help him out. And yes, I could defend him, you could say. You can call me a scum, all you Rubber Duckula fans, just like how you started with NCGA, and I wonder why NCGA is kind of pissed off, and trust me, I'll get back to that video in another time, which I'm working on right now. But since I'm seeing this drama, I figured I need to speak up about this immediately, because people are buying into this, and I cannot believe all private messages have been leaked out, and I gotta tell you something, this was absolutely the worst things I've ever seen. And I'm even despising the people who exposed these screenshots. Yes, you can go ahead and attack me for despising Rubber Duckula for exposing everything else and spilling out the beans for usual. And now NCA's getting a lot of hate because he did something wrong. But does that make him worse than Toby Turner? I've seen people doing worse than that, and I figured I need to fix this before all this spills out. And I cannot believe there is an epitome of slander in that stream. Now, yes, I am defending Ge0zard because I've been through that situation before. Well, to be honest, not a breakup, though, a slander, though, just for a slip-up mistake I did years ago. But, like I said before, no one deserves to be slandered like that, especially from the guy. Now, what makes him so special? It turns out that I known him from high school. You can tell, obviously, from when he was in my video, and it turns out Ge0zard didn't know any better, and he just make that as a joke. He didn't actually mean it, and I told him what jokes to fall for and what shouldn't he fall for, and I'm sorry, I should have been there, but it turns out, like I'm about to say, Ge0zard is actually autistic. So, the thing that infuriated me was that Rubber Duckula started a live stream. I know I said that before, but I'm gonna say this again. So, what she did was completely slanderous. This is the epitome of slander. Now, I'm not hating, I'm just despising Rubber Duckula for doing something wrong, like spilling out the beans to just make this whole drama spill out as the whole Leafy versus H3H3, and especially the Keemstar leaking out too many stuff. I mean, what I'm suggesting in my personal thought is that she could have just laid all this out, and this should have been solved immediately. And I know he acts immature, but he doesn't know any better. So why should he deserve the hate? Now, I know there's going to be edited videos out immediately, But why? This shouldn't happen. This shouldn't be leaking out anymore. Yes, I'm infuriated by the way she did this, but no one should leak privacy out, and especially nothing. I mean, in my high school, well, some guy texted me who was happened to be, let's just say, happy, but at least I never leaked anything out. But one person did to me, and it was absolutely the horrible things I've encountered, which leads me to conclude that this reminds me of it. And when I watched Rubber Duck's stream, I knew that was infuriating to go through. I mean, I don't think she's supposed to do that for sure. I know I'm saying something, but I'm trying my best to come up with something new. I'm not editing this out, but I just got to defend Geo on this part. I mean, I've seen people doing worse, and I've seen people being in that position, fixing themselves and redeeming themselves from this one. Geo was trying to, and what and what Rubber Ducklet did was just leak it out, and she knew this was gonna ruin someone's reputation. And really, over a breakup, that's the most infuriating thing, and just a joke. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just a little infuriated by how this is spreading like a wildfire, but soaked in gasoline. Nothing should be spilled out, especially something like this. It was just a slipped up mistake that should have been fixed, and yet it was just a personal problem. And I don't get how anyone would react to this. I mean, who's being in the shadow of a true person who couldn't control a fandom? I mean, for fuck's sake, Pyrocynico was able to control his fandom better. I mean, and even they slipped up the mistake, but he's not worse than Keemstar, and he's not Toby Turner. This was nothing but just drama-consuming people, and especially slanderous ones. And she knew this was going to blow up, ruining Ge0zard's almost career, because she didn't realize that that stream she started was going to blow up. Now, what do I have to say about the drama like that? I personally think, like I said, Ge0zard should have fixed it. He should have came to me, and I should have brought that girl on there so that we can fix something. Maybe I was hoping that they would get along like a house on fire, but Geo, you can't really just do that. Otherwise, kind of how British people are. They're almost sensitive, pyrocynical, Colossal's crazy. Now this. And they will do anything to spill anything out. So, like I said, back to what I was saying, sorry. Yeah, I know there's going to be a bunch of dislikes, but I'm sorry. I'm really infuriated. But why does this happen? I already know. Editing out. Oh, Geo did this. Geo did that. That's the worst thing he could do. Worse than Keemstar. Shut up. So, like, this should have been fixed. They should have come to me, and I would have fixed this whole thing. But now I gotta talk to Ge0zard before this fire has been fueled by this. Okay, I'm sorry, but Geo was my friend, and I've seen him getting pushed around in high school before I graduated. So, and I even introduced him to the channel, convinced him to join in, but never thought he would go into cringe comps. I thought he was going to do vloggings at first, but he seemed to blow up. And you know what? I was kind of proud of like a father I was when he hit that subs. But I can agree the stupidest thing he did was just deleting his channel over some relationship. Like, why would you destroy your reputation? I don't get it. Okay. Now, again, I apologize for my behavior in this voice, but I'm just trying to get this word out as quick as I can before this spreads out like the whole Keemstar exposed video. Because I don't want that to happen to Ge0zard at all, by all means. Because that's the one thing infuriating. It's like drama history is to repeat itself. So, what's it gonna be? The Keemstar exposed repeated history, or you're just gonna stick with some big issue just because he just harassed and it was supposed to be a joke and it was accidental harassment and people still think it's a big deal. And okay, so people who did worse than that. Doesn't make him a bad person. He deserves a second shot. I believe everyone deserves that chance. And so does NCA too. Okay, so I have Ge0zard on the line with me on Skype right now. So he's gonna speak up and apologize to everything what he's done. And remember, he didn't come up with this, nor did I. So this is Ge0zard's apologies to everyone else and apologizing to Nanny P. I just wish this could never happen. I just wish for them to get along like a house on fire. I mean, I didn't expect it to go awfully wrong. And to the whole Keemstar exposed drama that's happening. Anyway, here's Ge0zard on Skype, and he's gonna speak up right now. Go.
Alright, so the thing is about me and Natty is that, well, basically, I felt like this relationship thing is not really interesting to me. And, well, basically, a lot of people told me, like, you need to take a break. You kind of rushed it. And then that popped into my mind saying that, yeah, I kind of rushed it. So I told her, yeah, we're going to take a break. And then I said some stuff. She understands, and yeah. And then she made a joke video about it. She basically screenshotted the thing. I kind of freaked out because, well, I basically said, you know what, F this. And I kind of got scared because I feel like people were going to rebel against me. And that is where the point where I realized I was being a really dumb, stupid drama queen. I deleted all of my channel, my whole channel, and then I remade my channel, and that's it. And now the war against me and Rebridicula starts, even though I have 1.2k subs.
Yeah, so basically, in my opinion, she's trying to stir up this war like the Keemstar exposed.
Yeah.
And she's popping this thing up like the pyrocynical business decision. I mean, I would love to speak to Rebridicula. And I was going to make a video on NCA, but that will come out soon enough later on. And I'll delete some parts and talk the reasons why NCA is mad at you and Rebridicula. Because I read through his tweets. And even screenshotted them too. So anyway, so this was Ge0zard's apology. Now, if you're all going to send your hate towards Rebridicula, just please don't go any harsh, because this is not the case. We're just telling you how did this happen, and I just wish Ge0zard and Addy would have been the same, but unfortunately it wasn't Ge0zard's fitting type or thing.
Well, Duckula's fans can sometimes get it. out of hand.
No, they're out of control, like a Steven Universe SJW fandom. Now, I know this is going to be talking a lot, but I'm going to end this here. So, now I'll deal with the fandoms, and now you can just work on your video, because it's all I need just to make this video. So, this is T.Rexjira, and this is Ge0zard, and signing out.